Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines and welcome to my review of the top 3 final question of Puteri Indonesia 2022. Welcome! So as what I've said in the intro, this is my second review of the Q&A of Puteri Indonesia 2022. The first one was my top 6 review which was uploaded 3 days ago. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. So today we'll be talking about the performance of the top 3 delegates and how they answer the question that was handed to them. Unfortunately, the final question wasn't flashed on the screen, but based on their accumulated responses, I feel like the question is all about their experiences in life and what do they regret from their experience. I mean, this isn't a very unique question because we have heard this many times as well in the past and in different international pageants, but the purpose here is to test their confidence, the content and delivery of the responses. And the advantage of asking familiar questions is that you can really identify who is paying attention to their training because, of course, most likely on how you prepare the candidates on when it comes to final question, these familiar questions usually comes out during training. So this is going to test how they do on stage and how confident they are even if the question is familiar. So familiar question doesn't mean it's too easy. So it still depends on how they handle it on stage because at the end of the day, question comes unexpectedly. So it depends on who can handle it the most. So let's begin. We will begin with Jawa Timur, Adinda Cresheilla. Let me start with her because she's my number 3 for this round and she was awarded the Supranational Indonesia 2022 title.
I wouldn't change any second in my life because that would keep me here, and that is what the challenges, the obstacles, every of those, it would give me every learning to give me standing in the stage tonight. And I'm very grateful for each and every obstacles and challenges that I've been doing in my life, and I'm fully grateful for all of that. And I won't change anything, and I will do any better for the future. Thank you.
Okay. Well, one thing that I have to commend about Adinda is that even though I feel like the nerves get into her, she is still maintaining that confidence aura in her, especially when it comes to the way she responds to the question. When it comes to the content of her response, I didn't like it that much. But based on her response alone, there's some work that needs to be done in terms of, number 1 would be delivery. Although she sounded confident, she seems to be lost for words at times. And I am a little bit surprised because I feel like she's good during the top 6 question, and at this question, she was a little bit lost. So I am seeing a little bit of inconsistency with the way she answers questions, and I really hope this doesn't happen when she goes to an international competitions. Also, in terms of presentation, I know she's got great thoughts and ideas in her head, but the way she presented it through speech isn't something that I was expecting. I mean, it wasn't as good as the top 6 performance. So now that she's going to Miss Supranational, where speech plays a very important role, like the Supra chat and close-door interviews, I really wish that she could work on those factors that I mentioned. Maintain that confident aura because that's helping her in the way she presents her answer, but also work on the delivery and work on the selection of right and appropriate words, presentation of responses, because no matter how smart a candidate is, if the answer is not presented in a presentable way, in a way that we can feel that the answer is amazing, it still wouldn't work. Again, let me just repeat this a million times. The content of the answer is as important as delivery. And of course, most importantly, making the content much stronger. So based on her performance, I placed her third, as what I've said earlier, in comparison to the other two. So I understand now why she got the Supranational title. I'm not really saying that the others is much better than the other, but in comparison to the others, I would put Adinda as my number 3 in comparison to the top 3 finalists. Now let's go to my second choice. DKI Jakarta 5, Cindy May Maguire. She's my second choice. From the top 3, she was awarded the Miss International Indonesia 2022. And I also feel sad for Ayu Saraswati because I was really expecting that she'll go. But it's okay. I'm still happy for her and good luck to her future career. So for now, for Miss International, we will be focusing our attention to Cindy May Maguire. So let's listen to her response.
I do believe that I don't want to change anything in my life. Because everything I do is a lesson for me. Everything I do, I think if I do wrong, I would not do it again. If I do it right, I would do it again. Thank you.
Okay. That was very quick, actually. One advantage of Cindy is that she is an excellent and a fluent English speaker. Her answer was actually great. Again, just like how she responded to the top 6 question, which I talked about in my other video, I noticed that she liked to give simple and direct answer. No more beating around the bush, just answer the question directly. That is also a good strategy in responding to questions, but there's a little bit of a downside to it. And of course, it would depend on the judges that are listening. It would truly depend on them whether they like short answers or not. If you give a simple and short and direct answer, some people may appreciate that. But giving short answer would sometimes have the tendency of sounding incomplete. The judges might have the tendency to feel like it's lacking something. Some might even feel like it needs more depth because of how simple the response is. So it really depends on the criteria of the judges and the perception of the judges while they're listening to her answer. But for me, it was good. Not really a wow answer. I wasn't really wowed by it, but it was good. Just good enough, but not a wow answer. Also, I feel like her being selected as Miss International Indonesia is a really good choice. Physical aspect wise, I feel like she is the kind of candidate, I mean, just by looking at her on the physical aspect, she seems like the perfect prototype for Miss International. When it comes to beauty, physical, and aura, she fits right in on the Miss International competition. And she appears to me as a very soft-spoken candidate, very delicate and super elegant candidate that fits very well on the pageant. So she's my second choice if I rank the top 3, and among the 3, she's also the best choice to go to Miss International. So to me, good choice. Now let's go to my choice as the best performer in the top 3 final question, which is also the ultimate winner of the night, Bali Laksmi De-Neefe Swardana. If the final question is the only basis, she deserved to win. She was also awarded the Miss Universe Indonesia title. So let's listen to how she answered the question.
I don't have any experience in my life that I regret, however bad it is. I believe that the universe has made plans for me, and it has helped me grow
I love that she's smiling
into a
while answering.
stronger, wiser, and more righteous person. And that is why I can stand here in front of you tonight, because of all the experience that has taught me. And it's made me a new person, and I am courageous. And I know I can conquer anything. Thank you.
Well, that's how you do it.
Everybody loves your answer.
Let's talk about it. There are so many reasons why she won this round easily. Yes, I really mean easily. Her answer is, if I'm going to score these 3 women who made it in the top 3, Bali's score would be way up high in comparison to the other 2. First, there were no unnecessary pauses and stutter, which made her delivery flawless. She just proved that she has the command when it comes to public speaking. And of course, to those of us who are aware on how she does when it comes to public speaking, it comes to no surprise to us anymore. Second, Her answer isn't very unique. Again, the question is very familiar, so I was already expecting familiar responses presented in a different way. But what I love about her delivery is that she doesn't sound pretentious. She doesn't sound pageant patty, which is a major red flag to me, especially when I judge interviews. Her sincere, humble, and genuine way of delivering her response is very difficult to fake, and that's something that I truly commend about Laksmi. I mean, that was an amazing delivery. At this round, it was, I mean, of course, I am just rewatching the interview right now, but after I watched the top 3 performance, it was a sure win for Bali. She nailed it, and she delivered winning performances in both rounds of the question and answer. Now that she's going to Miss Universe, I am confident that they made the right choice. As what I have said before, this is a woman who can speak very well, and that's something that we need from an Indonesian candidate. To be honest, I feel like she is one of the strongest speaker that we have from Indonesia. Much stronger than her previous predecessors, based on how I observe it. Also, she can walk. I was even surprised at how good she is when it comes to runway performances. So that's another add-on to them. Plus, Team Indonesia, as what I've said before, is really good at preparing their candidates when it comes to runway performances. So that's going to help. And also, she can be an inspiration to young people. And that's the Miss Universe that we need. And again, let me repeat that she is very vocal about her advocacy, about how important reading is. So thank you so much for emphasizing that. So that's it. These are my top 3 reviews for all the candidates who made it in the top 3 for Puteri Indonesia 2022. And we know now who are the representatives of Indonesia for these 3 international pageants. So I wish them good luck, and we will be keeping an eye as they prepare to these 3 pageants. So don't forget to leave your comments below, because I am so interested to read about your commentaries, about my commentaries. So again, don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.